Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Heroes of Might and Magic 3 Horn of the Abyss, the Forged in Fire campaign. When we last left off, we had freed Frederick from this prison here and told him about the demonic invasion that's currently occurring to our fine little Shire village place. Because this is definitely not Lord of the Rings. Like, this is definitely not some kind of Gandalf analogue that makes fireworks for all the children, eh? So, first thing I'm curious about is this quest gate here. Is this for Frederick only? This mountain path leads to Frederick's factory. He's the only one who knows how to get there. So he's allowed to pass, but Henrietta isn't. So he'll be the one who needs to clear these demons. We probably need to give him some troops, unless we have him come back. But point is we have to somewhat divvy up our forces. Let's progress along here for now. And see if we could find that Arathian outpost. There's also these treasure chests, but... Well, frankly, we don't really need experience on Henrietta, because she only needs like 1200 more. So, like, she'll get that from battles. So, I think we're just fine to progress as we are. And if this is like just one demon, we could just use these dudes again to do that. We do have 2 leprechauns as well. They're melee units. Bit tankier than the halflings, but... their main benefit's going to be casting fortune on things, I think, for now. A palisade was an unusual sight for these places, yet someone had cared enough to build it. It gave me some hope, even if faint. The sentries were steady and waved cheerfully, inviting me to the camp. My companions fell to the ground right as we stepped inside the walls. Several days of barely any food or proper rest had taken their toll on them. They were unaccustomed to such deprivation of their fleshy, well-fed bodies. I went straight to talk to the commander. He was sitting in the centre of the camp, giving instructions, and waiting to talk to the new arrivals. Oh, hello, Commander. Everyone in Earfall had heard of Tarvin, but not everyone spoke of him favourably. The halfling who left his home village of his own free will to join the Arathian border guards was hardly a role model they wanted for their children. Years of military service had left visible marks on the hard face of the commander. His faded eyes were deeply sunken. His nose was broken, and his thin cheek twitched distressingly every now and then. "What's going on north?" Tavern asked, wasting no time on greetings. "I have death at my heels. We're broken away, but the villagers..." "Good as dead," the commander snapped. "The forests here are already crawling with creatures, and any day now they'll be under every bush. In the south and west, anyone who didn't escape has already been turned into meat. I led the advance party of the guards, followed by the rest of the men under Captain Zarfak's command. Half a day's march behind us." "Followed? Were they attacked by the horned beasts on their way?" "No, they came just fine. There's only one way out of here, but that's where they're standing now. Just them. I served with Zarfak for 15 years, and today, when I went to rendezvous his unit, he ordered his men to cut out my liver. We barely got away and hid behind those flimsy walls. Now we're figuring out how to make themselves tasty so the devils don't get bored eating us." "Tarvin, we need to get through. There's still hope of rescuing someone, but we need to get to the North Road. The commander is a traitor, but together we can..." Tarvin grabbed me by the collar with his snarl and yanked me into the air like a sack of rags. His gaze was frightening. "Fool! Stupid girl! Zarfax did not betray. The devils bewitched him. You hear that? You're going to take your dolts of the firecrackers, and we're going to beat this foolishness out of the old man. And then you're going to get whoever you can, and go do whatever you're going to do. I don't want to know anything about it, so don't tell me anything when they catch me and roast me over a slow fire like a Blue Meadow sausage." Well, we have more halflings. Excellent. It's a nice number of halflings. So we've got 37 grenadiers and 82 standard halflings. That being said, are we going to be able to get around to this Seer's hut to reinforce them with grenades? I'm not so sure, especially with Ash sitting there. Now, we could certainly grab the mercenary camp, but we probably just need to keep pushing on, I would have thought, because this just seems not possible. These archdevils here. Yeah. Because this one-way exit's going to have someone bursting out of it soon. Which is probably why Frederick needs to get behind this quest gate, let's be honest. So, let's start with Frederick for now. So we're going to have these leprechauns act as one stacks. Because, yeah. It's those horn slop buckets again, but now the first move is mine. Ha! Let's see what you're worth when my hands are untied. Apparently, it didn't go well. Let's see if we can do better than that, shall we? So we're going to have to protect our halfling stack here. I don't know if I needed to give Frederick more stuff before getting him over here. We'll see. We're going to leave this guy down here, though. So if we have a good roll, we could kill him. Maybe I should... I'll cast Disrupting Ray. Make it that little bit more likely. There we go. Let's position ourselves here, just to make sure he stays back. Excellent, the leprechaun stays strong. How much damage is left on that one? Oh, we can have the leprechauns finish it off. There we go. Whack him with your canes, boys. It's not quite dead. We do need to overstay in formation. If I want to not lose the leprechaun, I need to haste. So we'll haste now. And there we go. Much better. So there's a Charm of Mana. I think that's one of the things we want, isn't it? Yes, it is. So... yeah, I really don't know how much of a split I should be making here, but we probably do need to fight these Walking Dead. Seems edgy, but we'll give it a go. Stopping for a second, I dug into my memory. No, there shouldn't be anything in the cemetery that would be important right now. Except for a couple of things that might come in handy for experiments someday. But I changed my field of scientific interest some time ago. Not that anyone cares, it's just once you can... no, it's true what they say. Only the dead don't care about reputation. Alright, well the auto combat can sort it, so we should be able to do much better. So let's get ourselves into a nice position. Excellent. I think I'm just going to have the leprechauns cast Fortune here on the halflings, just further boosting their luck. Excellent. That's a solid hit. 5 health remains, but these can't do any significant damage to the leprechaun, so we'll just start moving on to the next target. Let's just walk up and kill it. One nice thing about beating up undead, no morale to worry about. Maybe the downside of this, though, is its move pulled these two up. But we can pull him back down again by placing this guy in a tasty range. So I position him like here. That should lure down this Walking Dead. Oh no, he is coming down. Excellent. That leaves our 13 stack happy to fire away. I'm pretty sure this guy's dead. Yeah. Such is the fate of the one stack. Well, that went well. We now have the Charm of Mana. You come across a caravan of gypsies who are feasting and fortifying their bodies of mead. They call you forward and say, "If you prove that you can dance the Ramabuta, we will reward you. You don't know it, but try anyway." They laugh hysterically, but admire your bravery, giving you a strange charm. This helps us recover 1 extra spell point per day. Excellent. And what's the scroll? The scroll is Lightning Bolt. That seems useful. There are automatons ahead, that could be curious. So, let's grab this mercenary camp. That's going to do it for this day. So let's end the turn. I have now enabled day-by-day autosaves, so we won't have to repeat things as much if things go terribly wrong. Meanwhile, the demons are just carving things up. Nymus just appeared out of this windmill of a whole host of devils. And Zyadar's ahead, that's going to be curious. So, again, not entirely sure how we're going to get to this laboratory place of unpronounceable, but Frederick first. So we're definitely blocked off by these automatons. Are they friendly is an interesting question. Well, let's find out. The legacy of the Time of Wonders is truly priceless. Rulers and warriors yearn to find armor and weapons dating back to those times, but they know what matters to someone who wants to change the whole world in time. I've spent a long time gathering tiny scraps of ancient secrets to build something of my own from them, and I've gotten somewhere. My machines are still very vulnerable, their propulsion systems are unstable and inefficient, but they are reasonably automatous and capable of making simple decisions on their own, and that's something, wouldn't you agree? The automatons and assembly line await. Excellent. We now have a stack of automatons. Let's have a look at them, shall we? Probably that's our ideal disposition. So these are mechanical units. I quite like their design, actually. It's a little bit Wild Wild West, but toned down a little bit. So they have 8 speed, 30 health, 7 damage. It's a flat 7. 12 attack, 10 defense, and they can activate a self-destruct mode, which means that when they die, they'll then blow up everything around them. So that's interesting. We also have more that we can purchase here, so let's just grab them now. We have to fight some magi to get this Orb of Tempestuous Fire. Now that's the objective for the scenario, so we're definitely going to have to... Okay, we have to bring this orb to the lab. So, we definitely needed these to make that at all possible. So that much is a case. So, here we have Zarfax. Okay. So this is the character we needed to defeat to get out of here. To get past this quest guard. So, Henrietta and Frederick have their own challenges. Let's continue with Frederick for now. There's a cannon yard there. So... Look, the automatons should be able to manage. It's just a matter of, like, swarming these magi. Let's see what we can do. The mages appeared suddenly, as if a veil of invisibility had fallen. Of course, I could feel their presence. These are powerful mages. Their energy cannot be hidden. Very good. Even stronger ones would have taken care of that. Renegade Frederick! Their leader's voice came from all directions at once, as if from the sky. No echo, no whisper of leaves or wind, just impassive speech pouring straight into my ears. The Council of Bracada knows of your dark deeds, your forbidden practice of necromancy, your stealing of the skyship, your disgraceful flight from Bracada, and your ties to the renegade Kazandar. However, you have done no harm to the living, and so you deserve a fair trial and a fair sentence. We will guarantee that the punishment does not include death. Lay down your weapons, release the mana from your body, and approach us. You know it full well. By following this path, you have fallen into sin. The dark books may give knowledge, but it is always laced of poison of pain and death. The researcher must not spread it. You still consider yourself a seeker, don't you? Redeem yourself, Frederick, and live on as an honest man. My lips spread into a smile. I've heard it all too many times. Gods, Liston, it's you, isn't it? Still working as a heavy club in the grip of Gavin's morality police? Have any of you had so much potential back in the day? Renegade Frederick is even flattering to hear, but Renegade Kazandar, isn't that too big for your britches? Even your superiors haven't dared to decide anything regarding him yet. I would have known it otherwise. There's too much of his merit, too many other respected wizards in the academy who won't let you dumb thugs take down the best mind in Bracada based on ridiculous speculation. And Magnus himself hasn't spoken yet. Forbidden practices? Do you realize how ridiculous that sounds? Tell me, former colleague, is there really a big difference between Nagas and Medusas? Oh yes, the Medusas are the result of a twisted process that causes the surviving objects to feel rage and anguish. How could I forget? And gremlins differ from troglodytes only in the fact that their slavery is signed by magical contracts and sealed. Am I not confused? Everyone needs servants, and putting the souls of fallen warriors into statues to get sapient titans is of course fair to the dead and purely academically impeccable. Well, why blushing so much? Let's start exchanging spells. We won't get each other, Liston. Your mind is not free. Well, let's beat up the Archmage, eh? So we just need to close this gap as soon as possible. I believe they've got no melee penalty, don't they? Indeed. But we just have to close the distance anyway so they don't shoot our halflings. I wonder if it's worth blowing up. Possibly. Well, certainly not then. Well, we could do a full move over. So let's activate detonation on death mode. Will that actually just kill them, I wonder? Let's try it. I'm just gonna go blow myself up on these Archmagi. Behold! Boom! It kills a decent amount. But in this case, I'm just going to stand here, so they're going to have to do it themselves. This guy, we're just going to punch in the face with a claw. Nah. So, how are we doing? Leprechauns making their way across the battlefield. Let's just keep standing in these people's faces. The 10 stack can keep beating up on the Archmagi. I like how Frederick said let's exchange spells when I just using my robots to kill these Magi. Well, goodbye, Leprechauns. You know, it's going to be more efficient if I do this. and then just like step effortlessly out of the way. There we go, a nice barrage of destruction. I'm pretty sure I lost more stuff, but I wanted to show off the Automatons' detonation on death mode. So that was fun. We now have the Orb of Tempestuous Fire. I got 3 orbs of fire out of the box with the utmost care. These lightweight, smokeless heat sources would make the water in the engine boilers bubble, and the quality of steam produced thus would make my machinery work just right. For years, Sam had been urging me to move to her place and take my designs with me. It would be quieter and all the raw materials would be readily available, she insisted. Why did I ever put this off? According to the rough calculations I'd used to keep myself busy on the road, the orb's charge should have been enough for the long trip to Jadam. 3 would surely do it for me alone, but now I had to get every ship I had in the air at once. Had I just a little more time to prepare, I could get the medium heat condenser running and ramp up the orb's initial charge. Or I could just leave everything be, take to the air, and fly to safety alone and without fear of being stranded in the middle of the ocean. No! That would mean betraying not only Henrietta, but my dream itself. So we now have the MacGuffin of Glory. This is excellent. Probably should have used Lightning Bolt, frankly. So, mistakes were made, but we now have cannons. So that's good. What's this quest gate? Frederick. So yeah, we won't be able to swing back around. But at least Frederick will be able to deal with Zyda, I guess. So that's something. We can use the magic well and potentially pull our troops together, because I think Frederick's more capable. Well, at least he has spellcasting. Mind you, Henrietta's got archery, so a lot to be said for that. Can we, however, deal with Zyda? That's the big question. We're about to find out. The ragged cohort lined up for battle. Commands were heard, but no longer in Arathian, some alien tongue, crude and animalistic. Shields and surcoats over their armor were thickly stained with blood. They didn't even attempt to clean them. How could they dare to betray, to commit to this vile force? What had broken the will of these experienced soldiers? Was it the fear of imminent death, or being turned into alien flesh? It doesn't matter now. There is only one way north. Yeah, I mean, in many ways, it is a tiny scenario. I guess the underground's just for the demons to hide in, right, and then teleport into your face, but, like, there's no point to the rest of the map. It's purely just, get out of here. And I need to hand over this Collar of Conjuring to Frederick now that I think about it, because I think Frederick has to behold it. No, they can either hold it. Okay. So, let's attack Zarfax. Well, auto combat can do it quite well, but let's do the battle, because it's, you know, it's plot significant. So we do need to get rid of the ranged attackers first. But I think we should be able to handle that relatively easily. So the marksmen are far more dangerous, so they'll be the first to die. Not quite a full death, but it's a decent attempt. These guys are... They be walking. I mean, I could kill either of them with ease, but... I probably should, frankly. Well, the Pit Lord needs to go first. Let's start establishing a defensive position. It only does 1 damage now. The regular archers might get a little bit more damage in. Yeah. But I figured the Pit Lord would need to go down first, because otherwise he's going to just raise demons somewhere. Let's get this Crusader out of here as well. And... yeah, we can do this. Get rid of the archers. So we should only lose 1 more Grenadier now. All these people can just defend. Goodbye, Horned Demons. Get out of here. Pikeman. Let's stay out of their way. Start whittling down the peasants. Peasants of 1 health after all. That being said, pikemen are tanky, boys. Oh, we got him. And there we go. Zarfax defeated. And we level up. Again, it offers me armor, and it is nice, but we're going to need to get some spellcasting on Henrietta here, so advanced logistics it is. Let's open up this quest card. The closed gates of the Arathian outpost can be seen ahead. After the defeat of the possessed and the flight of Zarfax himself, this outpost was deserted. Do you wish to pass? Yes. So now we can enter this place. Although, Zydar might be a problem. Was it a mistake to open this before Frederick can help, I wonder? An interesting question. If this guy's just on hold position, it's fine. But I might just need to do this temporarily just to give myself the best chances of success. Well, what I'll do is I'll call it a video there. Thank you for watching. When we come back next time, we'll defeat Zydar. And then we'll go from there, and get on to the next scenario. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you next time, right here at KonfluxGames.